at the end. And you guys continue the winning ways. You continue to hopefully they get into that conference tournament. So just talk about the road trip, and especially on Saturday, the saving the best for last, I guess.
Well, we certainly had a lot of talks last week just about the focus going into this last week's road trip. We had not had much success on the road previously, and we just really wanted to approach and attack this last road trip a little bit differently, and I think the girls did a tremendous job of that, just from a focus standpoint, understanding the task at hand, understanding the importance of these two games, hopefully to put ourselves in position to participate in the conference tournament. And we came out with 2 wins, and yes, Saturday was a crazy finish to say the least, but most importantly we came away with 2 victories, which is what our goal was.
You don't want a game to be, I mean, it's nice to win a game like that. I'm sure you'd like to win by 10 or 15. But what can, a game like that do for you guys at this part of the season?
Sure. Well, again, we want to be playing our best basketball going into this last stretch, and I feel like we've gained a little bit of confidence and gained a little bit of momentum here in the last 2 weeks. I was just really proud of the girls being on the road. I believe we got down 8 or 9 points in that Sonoma State game, and just to be on the road, you have to have toughness, and they were very resilient, and they just never showed any quit whatsoever, and they just kept fighting, and I was just really proud of the effort, and we put ourselves in a position to win at the end, and just the way they managed the clock, how we handled those last 3 or 4 minutes, I thought that showed the maturity of our team.
A couple weeks ago when you guys had that losing streak, and you guys are kind of looking up at the 8 teams in the conference tournament. As we speak right now, you guys are in, but you still have some work to do. But to kind of talk about it, how things have, the picture's a little more clear now as we enter the final 2 weeks.
Right, well, we certainly have to take care of business here these last 2 regular season games. If you look at the standings, we have played 2 more games than a lot of our opponents in the conference, so I don't believe anything is solidified yet. And most importantly, I'm really trying just to keep the girls focused on 1 game at a time. We have an extremely tough challenge with Stanislaus State this coming Saturday, again on the road. They present a little bit different style for us, so we need to have a great week of practice, and we just need to, again, continue hopefully building off of the momentum that we've gained here in the last couple weeks.
Does anything change in practice this week? You're not preparing for that Thursday game, you're preparing for that Saturday game. Yeah, it is on the road, but can you do anything differently when you just have that 1 game this week?
Well, one thing that we did differently, which was nice considering, our players play such high minutes, is we were able to give them yesterday off. And normally they have Sunday off, but I was able to give them 2 days off back-to-back, which I think was much needed, and just to get us an extra day of rest. And now we have these next 4 days to prepare for Stanislaus, so obviously we expect to be extremely prepared, let alone the fact that we've already played them once. But it's kind of nice because Stanislaus, like I said, does play a different style. We expect them to full court press us, and so we have 4 days to prepare, and we need to have great practices.
All right, so what do you remember about the last time facing Stanislaus?
Again, handling their press is always key against Stanislaus, and handling it early. If it can go either way. Teams that don't handle the press early on against Stanislaus, it hurts your confidence. Then you start becoming tentative, and that's certainly not something that I would like us to do. We know certain areas where we feel we can attack their press. Obviously, we got a lot of confidence when the ball's in Tyra Turner's hands the majority of the time, and so we're going to spend a lot of time in preparing for that this week.
Did you feel like on that Saturday after some tough losses this season that finally it's nice to kind of the ball kind of go in your favor?
Yeah, well, obviously any type of win, and it's always, I don't know, when you come from behind, again, just to show the toughness of our team, and like I said, the resiliency, and even going down to the very, very last second of the game, just keeping the girls focused. There was a lot of dead time, so to speak, or stoppage, I should say, while the officials were looking at reviewing the monitor, and me just keeping the girls focused because I knew there was still going to be another possession or something else that we needed to take care of, and so that was really my main focus there down the stretch.
And how are you keeping the gals focused on just the Saturday and not next week? Next week, obviously, with senior night and with Chico, I think, coming here. How are you keeping them focused about Stanislaus on Saturday?
Well, I believe that they do understand the importance of each one of these games. Going back to last week, the talk that we had approaching this 3-game road stretch, and we're not even talking about Chico, we're not talking about senior day. That means nothing at this point in time. All of our focus, all of our talk and preparation today is going to be against Stanislaus, and I'm sure that that's where the girls' minds are as well.
Are the gals, you ever hear them talking, hey, if we do this, do that, we're going to be into that conference tournament? Is there that excitement, or do you hear them talking about that?
I don't hear those conversations. I think I'd be foolish if I sat here and said that they're not paying attention to those things as well. That's certainly not something that I talk about with the team, because again, I just want them laser focused on one game at a time. And we, as I always say, we want to be in control of our own destiny. We don't want to sit back and play the hope game that somebody else loses to help us. If we take care of business and we handle these last two games, we'll be in the tournament. But that's still a question mark, and we need to take care of us.
All right, Coach. Anything else like that?
I just want to give a big congratulations to Alexia Thrower, who was once again named the CC2A Player of the Week, which was her 4th time this year. And she also reached the milestone, I believe, in the Sonoma State game of reaching the 1,000th point mark, which what some people may not understand is she's a junior college transfer. And so she's only been here at Humboldt State for 2 years. And to reach that type of milestone of 1,000 points is simply remarkable. I believe she's the only one in HSU history that has reached that milestone in just 2 years. And just just obviously the dominance that she has showed throughout this year, I'm really glad to see that others are recognizing that. And it's always great when one of our players get recognized with a conference award.
Definitely the MVP of this team, but I mean, she has to be the conference player of the year. And I know you don't vote for everybody, but I mean, she's definitely putting the numbers together that could hopefully where she could win that award.
Certainly, that would be an exclamation point. I mean, that would be tremendous for her. I know that's not where her focus is. She's just worrying about doing the best that she can do for our team to put us in a position to win. But again, whenever our individuals, get recognition, that's just, kudos to them. It's a great sign for our program, and hopefully that helps us put us in a position where we're going to be playing in postseason.